So I'm in a fraternity, and the president would always get up to speak and lead these meetings and was always wearing the university events polo because they were coming from work. And a lot of people in the club were employees here, so I talked to them about it and they said it was fun, so I decided to apply.
I felt like it was a great opportunity to mix with campus culture and also work at UVM.
A friend of mine was applying to the UES team, and she was telling me all about the interview process and how much fun it was and how excited she was for the team. And I decided to apply too, so she sold me on that.
My fondest memory would be this family that came in on a tour. The father was asking me about my experience and what I was studying and interested in after graduation. And as soon as I mentioned the Peace Corps, he said, "Hold on, I'll be right back." And he brought back his daughter and their friends who were really interested in the field of community development as well. So I shared my experiences, we really connected. And after their tour, they came back and stopped by the desk again to thank me and said that what I told them was very helpful.
Since I haven't been working here long, I think my fondest memories are from training and interacting with the other people on the team. There's some really funny people here.
I haven't been on the team that long, but I do really like the summer training because it's just a great time to make those connections with a bunch of people and get to know people that I don't see often.
So a typical shift includes greeting people, answering questions, giving directions. I'll log any items that were lost into the lost and found inventory and return them if anyone is coming to pick something up. We also oversee the creation of events ticketing on a portal, and so we'll supervise that and work with clients to get that live.
So a typical shift, if you're an opener like me, is you start the desk up, turn your radio on, and make sure that the boomer knows you're there and that the desk is ready to go. So you're setting up the computer, and then you're waiting for people to ask you questions, interact with you, or set up tickets if you need to.
So I work evenings and nights occasionally, so that shift looks like wiping down the tables a lot, just cleaning up after a day of work. I get a lot of homework done because it is a work-study job. And just a lot of saying hi, how are you, to the janitorial staff and the boomers at night.
No, I actually did not have any. It's a great way to learn on the job, and UES is great at supporting that.
I personally don't have any customer service experience, but I feel like I fit into the team great, and a lot of the things that I learned came through working there.
I came into the job with some customer service experience, and it was definitely helpful, but every person is different, and the general rule of thumb that I follow is just to treat people with respect, and they will often do the same back, and a lot of it is just on-the-job experience.
I was hired the first semester back since we were sent home from COVID, so I didn't really know what to expect with that change, but in reality, it actually seems to be as normal of a job experience as possible, and it's a great way to connect with people.
I thought the job was going to be a lot more paperwork involved and administrative, but it turns out that it's a lot more community focused and interaction based.
I was not expecting much coming into the job in the middle of a COVID pandemic, so what I did get was a very welcoming team and a lot more than I didn't have any expectations, but whatever happened exceeded them, so it's been a good time.
If I don't know the answer to a question, I would seek help for anyone in the office behind me if anyone's in, or since there's 2 info desks, I would radio or call them to see if they can support me.
There is a big book of how-tos in the bottom of the desk that has all sorts of information about how to do things with your computer, how to answer certain questions, and how to do certain procedures.
I Google it typically. A lot of the questions I get are, what time does this open, or what time does this event start, and I'll Google it.
Definitely customer service skills and relating to people. I had never had that experience before, and I've learned a lot.
What I've learned through this position is that it's important to be a community-oriented person, and that you're not just living in the community, but you're also working there and interacting with the people, getting to know them, and hearing their stories.
I have definitely learned how to operate a computer a little bit better than I used to.
Being an infodesker, I know a lot about the events on campus, and a lot of them I would not have been aware of originally, and it's also a great way to interact with people regularly that pass by on regular shifts that will recognize me, which is always nice.
The way that you're working with events through both UVM tickets and UES means that you're updated on all the campus events that are happening, and you're in contact with the people that are organizing them. So it's great to know what's happening on campus, who's organizing it, and then also who wants to go there.
I love knowing what's happening behind the scenes, all these events that are put on at Davis. It's really awesome to see how much work it is to put together, and it just gives you more of an appreciation for all the work that gets put into it.